Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Order number 53 of the Makueni County Assembly, Standing Orders, I am embarrassed to give a response to the statement regarding the non-implementation of Kiteei, Boho, in Kadonzweni Ward, as was requested on Monday, 25th November 2024 by Honorable Benedict Maneno, MCA for Kadonzweni Ward. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the year 2022-2023, 3.5 million was allocated for drilling and equipping of Kiteei Boho. The borehole was meant to alleviate the acute water shortages in Kiteei areas and environments. However, to date, the implementation of the project has not commenced, and there are no indications of plans to commence it. The Speaker says, surprisingly, the financial reports indicate that the allocated funds have been exhaustively spent, leaving a meager balance of 980 shillings, yet no works have been done, and the residents have not been provided with water. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the statement, the member requested for the clarification of the following issues: whether the department is aware of the above projects and why the borehole has not been drilled, equipped as was planned and budgeted, despite funds being made available over 2 years ago. Whether the funds allocated to the project have been spent. If yes, how much has been spent and on what activities? And that is, we provide a breakdown of the expenditure clearly showing the activity, the cost each such activity, and the cost of each activity, the dates of the activity and the payment of the activity, the receipt of each payment and the supporting documents for each payment made, and the plans the department has in place to implement the project and when it is expected to be completed. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee sought for the above information from the ECM Water Irrigation and Sanitation, filed a letter referenced as shown in that particular report, that is on 25th November 2024, and to which it was responded, filed a letter referenced as shown, dated 3rd December 2024. Annexed number 1. The response was as follows. Question 1, whether the department is aware of the above project. Yes, the Department of Water, Irrigation and Sanitation is aware of this project, which was funded in the year 2022-2023 under the name Kiteei Mutini Water Project, into brackets construction of storage tank, cleaning reservoir tank, and a pipeline extension to the tune of 3.5 million Kenya shillings. Question 2, why the borehole has not been drilled and equipped as was planned and budgeted, despite funds being made available over 2 years ago. The borehole was actually drilled as planned as follows. A yarn borehole was drilled to a depth of 200 meters deep, developed and tested test pumped. The borehole yield was 0.6 meter cubed, and this was to be equipped at point source, but the area MCA requested for another borehole, citing low yield from their first borehole. This is annexed as attached in the survey report for Kiteei borehole. Another hydrological survey was done in the name of Kiteei Mutini. A cabinet paper was done and approved. The borehole was drilled to a depth of 260 meters, but turned out dry, hence not developed, as annexed part 3, attached to this survey. Question 3, drilling materials. Diesel for drilling and staff allowances were paid. Question 3, whether the funds allocated to the project have been spent. If yes, how much has been spent and on what activities? We also to provide breakdown for the expenditure clearly showing the activity and the cost of each such activity, the dates of the activity and the payment for the activity, the receipt of each payment, and the supporting documents for each payment made. The breakdown of the expenditure is as follows. Payment for fuel and the staff allowances for Borehole was totaling to 663,000. Supply and the delivery of bore drilling materials for Borehole, 956,000 shillings. Diesel for test pumping Borehole at 36,000 shillings. facilitation for test pumping operators for a Iyani borehole at the cost of 151,200, facilitation for test pumping operators for Kadhamboni borehole, Kenya shillings 144,900, diesel for test pumping of Kadhamboni borehole at 36,000 shillings, and drilling of Kiteei Mutini borehole, fuel, borehole material, and staff allowances amounting to 1.5 million, 11,920. Total budget allocated was 3.5 million, and total expenditure was 3.490 shillings. That's a balance of 980 Kenyan shillings. Materials for the borehole development for Kiteei Mutini still in stores since and dry borehole was struck. Question 4. The plans the department has in place to implement the project and when it is expected to be completed. As highlighted above, funds for this project have been exhausted, and unless more funds are filled for purchase of fuel and operators facilitation, it may not be possible to carry out an activity in this project. However, the unusable or development materials are available in the store and are available when it is possible to drill another borehole. Mr. Speaker, sir, upon consideration of the response by the committee, we established that the response was not satisfactory. Therefore, the committee resolved to invite the ECM for water to a consultative meeting on Tuesday, 21st January 2025, in which he was expected to respond on the following contentious issues. Number 1 was whether hydrological surveys are carried out before drilling the boreholes. 2, if the surveys are carried out, and how reliable is the technology used in the surveys. 3, whether the works are carried out to the specifications as per the surveys. And 4, measures taken to ensure the community gets water supply even after the failed borehole projects. Mr. Speaker, sir, during the consultative meeting in which the honorable member for Kadhonzweni Ward was present, the ECM responded to the committee and further submitted additional information as follows. On question 1, whether hydrological surveys are carried out before drilling the boreholes, the ECM responded that all boreholes that have been drilled in Makueni County are subjected to hydrological surveys before drilling, as annexed in Part 2 and Part 3 in this report for Kiteei, Iyani, and Kiteei Mutini boreholes with both evidence. Question 2, if the surveys are carried out and how reliable is the technology used in the surveys? The ECM responded that the surveys are always carried out before the recommendations, and the technology used is reliably provided that it directs the surveyor to the faults and the fractures through which groundwater flows. During the consultative meeting, the groundwater surveyor raised concern on the need to have a refresher course on the operation of the newly purchased survey machine, and the committee did support the idea, after which the ECM was to report back to the committee. In response, the ECM has reported that a refresher course on-site training has since been conducted with the machine supplier as agreed. The survey team started the refresher training on 27th January 2025 to 30th January 2025. Further, 4 sites, namely Makutano in Kadhonzweni Ward, Mayani in Muka Ward, Shumbe in Kisau, Kisau Kiteta Ward, and the Ukia Girls in Ukia Ward were surveyed. Summary survey reports for the collected survey data during the refresher course for the 4 surveyed sites are herewith attached. That was actually approved as he had commissioned that is going to do that. Throughout the refresher course on the above proposed borehole sites, the officers learned how to operate and use the newly purchased River G survey machine. After confirming the Ukia Girls Secondary School borehole site, the borehole was drilled and the expected yield is estimated at 6 meter cubed per hour. The surveyor is now conversant with the operations of the new machine after the refresher training. Question 3, was whether the works are carried out to the specifications as per the surveys. The ECM responded that all the drilling specifications recommended by the groundwater surveyor are followed to the latter, and they even gone beyond the recommended depth to give the community the best, the very best. Question 4 was measures taken to ensure the community gets water supply even after the failed bore projects. The ECM responded that the department normally do a replacement bore or sand dams, other dams, and the rock catchment to make sure that the community gets sufficient water. Mr. Speaker, sir, further the Department of Water, Irrigation and Sanitation agreed with the MCA for Kadonzweni Ward that the department will equip Kiteei Iyanbo by end of April 2025, as this will solve the problem and the local community will get water. Mr. Speaker, sir, I hereby present the response regarding the non-implementation of the Kiteei Iyanbo in Kadonzweni Ward for consideration by the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Member for Kadonzweni Ward.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Also,